Peyton, I'm starting with you again. So it makes me wonder, because she switches teams when she fights in the Sekai Taikai, is her fighting style going to revert back to Cobra Kai, or is it still going to be like an amalgamation of what she's learned?
That's a great question. It's an amalgamation for sure. It's a combination of both Miyagi-Do fighting. She's been training with Sam leading up to this switch. So yeah, there's a lot of callbacks to Sam's moves, and I wanted to implement some of those whenever I could.
Do you use them against her?
Oh.
Hell yeah.
But like that's the greatest form of flattery, isn't it? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. I actually, like, Peyton and I talked about this a ton. She was so thoughtful and respectful about it. She was like, hey, like that move that you do, like I'm thinking about that one when I'm gonna ask if I can add it in. I was like, go for it, and she killed it. It was awesome.
Oh, I like that. I love how you put a positive spin on it too. That's lovely. So Tanner, for you, in our little bullet points, they mention that without Tory, his head isn't in the game. I feel like this is a difficult. I bet that's like literally the bullet point we got for you.
Yeah.
It's a difficult thing to put into words, but how, I guess, would you describe what is missing for him without her?
Oh. Yeah.
What?
Your head.
Yeah. Sorry, you threw me off with that. Yeah, I mean, his world has been thrown way upside down. I just don't think he knows. I think he's really found a grounded life now with his dad and Daniel, and now his friends and his what he sees as his brother, you know, and his girlfriend as well. And I feel like everything was just so perfect for him for a while now, finally in his life, that now that he's lost one component, it's just continued to break every single chain within his life. And he just doesn't know how to handle that anymore, because he wants it to be the way it was, I guess. So he's trying to figure out how to get back to that perfect life that he wants so badly.
That's such an intense way to describe it. Now my heart hurts for him even more. So that leads me back to you, Mary. So if Robbie's head isn't in the game, how does Sam react in terms of her responsibilities of being the captain of the competition?
I feel like Sam is in a really precarious place there, because she wants to be supportive of her friend, her teammate, and at the same time, there's anger and there's hurt toward Tory on her own side. So there's like, Sam is off balance in that moment. Sam is hurt and shocked by this change. And I think, but she has to kind of like bury that. She doesn't have much of a choice, because it's that or feel like the team goes out of whack. Now, we have obviously other team members, but you know, the importance and the significance of the captains is kind of crucial to the competition. I think that's definitely, like, Sam feels the weight of the world and the responsibility, whether she's taken that on herself that she thinks she has to fix it all, but she's definitely feeling that in that moment.
Just kids in a karate competition. There's so much.
It's about peace in the valley. Is so important.
It is. It has been so important to me, like my entire life. Xolo, you were just joking about the brother thing. This question kind of leans into that. So with Robbie being kind of like thrown out of whack, given the Tory situation, how does Miguel look at him not being captain? Is it a kind of situation where he treats him like a brother and tries to support him, or thinks to himself like look what happened, I deserve to have the captain position to begin with?
It's totally a bit of both. I think you get to see all angles of it with Robbie and Miguel. I think at the beginning it is a little bit bitter, right? You can't help but feel like, darn, like I didn't win and we're not performing as well, but at the same time, we know that all of us can rise to the occasion. And like, Robbie was captain for a good reason. So I think it's a little bit of, it's helpful to have someone that close, because you can have someone put you in check and be like, yo, maybe not everyone else is gonna tell you this because they don't know you like I know you, but what's up? So it's always helpful to have someone like that around. And for both of these characters, you haven't really had that before. So it's I think it's a special advantage going into the Sekai Taikai.
Okay, I'll take that. All right, Jacob, for you, big burning question. So he gets to go to Barcelona because Tory switched teams. Yeah. does that mean he goes into the competition like not fully confident he deserves to be there, or deep down does he know he is legitimately one of the best fighters they have?
Yeah, I think going into it, I sort of think Hawk knows that he is one of the better fighters and sort of like deserves a spot to go. I think the thing that's weighing on his chest more is the fact that he had this huge fight with Demetri. I think this is, in no shade to Demetri. I think Hawk sort of believes he's a better fighter than Demetri, and
I mean, that's fair.
How all that stuff went down was more a reflection of like
too.
his miscommunication and mistake on being a good friend, and Demetri going is sort of a byproduct of that.
I earned my spot.
You
You're
did
the runner-up.
You did earn your spot. But yeah, I think him going right after Tory sort of drops out at the start is like, damn, like I'm just kind of messing up.
So you earn your spot, but your little bullet point on our list is that Hawk feels like Demetri isn't giving 100% and is more focused on his future at MIT. And it was making me wonder, is he in Barcelona kind of like thrilled and proud of himself for earning that spot? Or is it more about him feeling good about kind of taking a spot from Hawk because he's mad at him?
Dude, I mean, my guy, Demetri, he's going through it. He's going through it. I mean, yeah, I think that his focus is more on like MIT and I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna be a tech billionaire. And this karate stuff, this is a holiday for him. He's just kind of like out there trying to be like the bad boy, trying to, dance with girls. He's just living his life, man. But I think that there's definitely, a darker side of like, oh man, this guy that I kind of like had a huge falling out with is now rooming with me for the next couple of weeks. Oops. Hey, yeah. So they got stuff that they got to work out, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay. I love how I'm hearing all this. Then I'm going to watch the episodes and I'll listen to it back. I'm like, all the answers were right there. I didn't even know. Thank you yet again. You guys are the best.